Alrighty, today is a good day, my friend, because today you're going to learn how to become a freak athlete, and this is going to be straight to the point, because I see so many YouTube videos that just piss me off, right? They'll have a sick thumbnail, sick title, and I'll click on it, I'll be like, yeah, this is going to be great, I'm going to learn everything I want to know, and I just don't. It just pisses me off. So I want no BS advice here. Truly, this is going to be something that you've probably never heard before. By the way, I've taken my vertical jump from 22 inches and not even touching the rim to 38 inches and throwing down windmills. Additionally, my sprint speed has transformed. I now run a 4.67 40-yard dash. I'm much more athletic than I was before, and I wasn't always as athletic as I am now. And one of the reasons for that is this advice that I'm going to give you today. This is advice that truly, I'd say, is the best advice I've ever gotten. So I think we should get into it. So the advice is, stop doing plyometrics. You probably saw it in the thumbnail. Stop doing plyometrics. And you're gonna think, what is this guy on about? This guy's stupid. Plyometrics? No. They help me to jump high and sprint fast. Well, they don't, okay? The chances are, if you have enough capacity to be able to do plyometrics, you're not doing enough of the thing you're trying to get better at. If you have the ability to be able to do box jumps and hurdle jumps and drop jumps at max effort, and you're trying to jump higher, the chances are you're not doing enough of the task you're trying to get better at. You're not doing enough max effort jumping. Same goes for sprinting. So, truly, you need to do the thing that you're trying to get better at more often. And doing plyometric gets in the way of that, okay? If I do lots of box jumps, I'm not going to be able to do as much max effort jumping. And when I truly cut out all these plyometrics is when I actually started making gains. So my advice to you is to follow the law of specificity. The law of specificity states that if you want to get better at something, you have to do the thing you're trying to get better at more often. So if you want to jump higher and dunk, jump every single week. Get at least 30 to 50 jumps in every single week. If you want to sprint faster, sprint 2 to 3 times per week with max intent. By the way, it needs to be at max intent to push adaptations. The beauty of these plyometrics, like max effort jumps and max effort sprints, is that they self-intensify, meaning that as you get better and better, the jumps and the sprints themselves become more and more intense and serve to continue overloading your body and spurring on adaptations. These adaptations are what make you jump high and sprint fast. So there you have it. You need to be sprinting max effort if you want to sprint fast, and jumping max effort if you want to jump high. There is no single better movement pattern for increasing general athletic capability than max effort sprinting, right? There's been studies that have shown that it is better for improving your power, strength and agility than traditional plyometric training. Additionally, I've seen a research study that showed by doing a sprint program, it actually led to people throwing a ball faster, throwing a baseball faster. So sprinting is one of those things that actually increases general athletic capabilities a lot, and it might not even seem like there's a correlation, but there is, because when you do sprints, you train your nervous system. So my advice is, everybody should be sprinting, and everybody should be doing what they're trying to get better at. So if you're a basketball player, you want to get your first dunk, I would suggest that you sprint 2 times per week and you jump max effort 2 times per week. If you can't dunk yet, get a low rim or a rim that adjusts, and what you're going to do is you're going to just grind out on a height that you can only make it 3 times out of 10, and you're going to do that over and over and over and over again, and eventually your body is going to adapt. You're going to get better at jumping. Cool story, I spent 3 months jumping every single day, and my vertical jump skyrocketed. My vert went up by 7 or 8 inches and I got my first dunk. So that should provide you some perspective that, you know, if you actually jump frequently, you're going to jump higher. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it is true, right? So, you know, you really do need to be doing a specific task practice, and it goes for anything. You know, if you wanted to throw a javelin further, you'd have to practice that a lot. So from that, my advice is, don't do traditional plyometrics, do sprints, do jumps, do what you're trying to get better at, do sprints, definitely, and whatever you're trying to get better at, and that will help you to become much better as an athlete. Everyone wants to get faster. You got to sprint to do that. Don't do box jumps to get faster, do sprints to get faster. So there you go. Sprinting, some key things is rest between sets. Make sure you're recovered, make sure you're feeling fresh for them, make sure that you are warmed up for it, and basically you just make sure you're able to push intent with everything that you do, with everything that you're trying to get better at, and that should help you to get much better. Another thing is, you know, get in the gym, get stronger. By getting in the gym, by doing your heavy compound lifts, you're gonna reduce your risk of injury and you're gonna get better. You're going to increase the amount of force your body can produce, therefore you're going to be able to apply more force and be more powerful when you jump and when you sprint, and ultimately that's going to help you to accelerate fast and jump high. So getting stronger is a really low-hanging fruit, and you should definitely be getting in the weight room and trying to push hard and get strong. So what are we up to now? Do the thing you're trying to get better at, get stronger, stay consistent. You know, the amount of work that you do doesn't actually have to be that much, but when you stack together weeks and weeks of doing the little things, doing 2 sprint sessions a week, if you stack together that for a year and you look back, you're going to be so much faster. You've got to stay consistent with it. You can take all the advice from this video, but ultimately if you're not consistent and you don't put in the work, you're not going to get better. You've got to stay healthy as well. The gym is a big part of that. You can also do isometrics, you can do slow squats. That's a whole nother video though. I could talk about that for a long time. But yeah, stay healthy so you can train hard. Sleep well, eat well, recover well. And yeah, from this all, I truly believe that if you do the thing you're trying to get better at, you get in the weight room, you recover well, you don't get injured, you can become a 1% athlete. Just don't do plyometrics, my friend. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. By the way, if you're looking for training programs, you're looking for a vertical jump training program, you're looking for a sprint training program, we've actually got a free sprint training program. You can have a look at that if you want. And yeah, we have one-to-one coaching tailored just for your needs. It's incredibly worthwhile if you truly want to push the limits and you want to get more athletic, jump higher and sprint faster, and truly just get better at whatever you want, and whilst we can adapt to your schedule. So have a look at that if you're interested. You don't have to, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.